Now I don't like the
Uh, let's so why I want to talk about mission, vision, and strategy. I think it's really important. So when we start this company, we also do this internally every month, so that whenever there's a hard decision, it makes us a simpler process to think about how to make those decisions if we are clear with what is our long-term vision, what is the mission that we started from. So it kinds of help as a right base for us to always stay closer to what we are trying to do. Oh, Rohan can hear me. Perfect. I know I just started with the first part of my presentation. I hope. So yeah. Also, this is if in between you guys have any questions, or and if you feel like you want to ask something, feel free to put in the chat box, or someone from Rohan or Devansh can take that question, and I can take in between as well.
Yes, we're good to go.
Okay, perfect. So talking about the vision, so how we see this is, world is moving towards AI. Everything we do online or offline, it's going to be changed, right? This is once in a lifetime, lifetime opportunity that AI is going to transform everything that we do. And we strongly feel once this is easy to do, there's a bunch of content being generated, there's going to be a very necessary need for having a global trust layer that can help us identify what they're saying is actually right or wrong. I'll pick on this trust layer later on of how we're thinking about it, but essentially having this trust layer forces us down towards a direction of having the ability to prove humans. So essentially having a trust layer, that trust layer has a fundamental feature that is required to build that trust layer is a ability to distinguish content, or having the ability to distinguish humanity online, and that humanity factor can be used for verifying content, claiming who you are, and bunch of other social features that we haven't not even seen till now in the existing use cases of Web2, wherein the user has to adopt based on the platform. And the third thing, this is a funny one we just added, universal farming income. So that's how we think about our token, and whenever the overall vision. Essentially, we want to make sure that all the network participants have been given token in a way that brings people on a level playing field. Like there should be, like I truly believe in a universal basic income concept. I feel that humanity can be much better if everyone has at least some basic amount of money to eat food, get a good education, and raise their kids. So I pick on those. Like we are not like I would love to admit that we are not we don't have all the details figured out about universal basic income, but that's something that I truly believe. And as we move forward, you're gonna see much different. Farming lives matter. You're gonna see a much different version of it. So yeah, that's the vision. To achieve that vision, our mission is simple. That once so much content online, everything is being generated by bots, we need to create the most democratized, most decentralized, distributed, and truly global network that puts back power in the hand of user back again. So if you look right now, you log into different platform, and user has to change his settings or onboard every time. All of us know that the future is going to be like platform changed according to, like, they plug into your data feed or your identity network or your reputation network to essentially create the experience for you. So yeah, essentially having this layer which would change the internet in a way, there's going to be personalized experience based on what you hold, who you are. So you go to Amazon right now, Amazon has its own database, but there's going to be marketplaces wherein you connect to your wallet and they can plug into your identity network to create that personalized experience for you. Users will be able to leverage the actual benefits of their reputation. We feel there's been a lot of middlemen who have been owning this distribution, like Facebook, Instagram, all these platforms, who just own the distribution, while all the ad network and everything that they have built is based on the user reputation data. And once that is owned by a user, I think the first segue to move toward that direction is to showing user what they can actually do right now with their reputation, and that should be definitely connected to some immediate financial reward. the one and the last thing about this mission is when I think of this state and when I think of this product in reality, I feel like we are more moving towards a true ownership, wherein people that they use app, they are also the owners of these apps. So for example, you are a loyal customer of an Uber, there's going to be opportunities to not to opt for a discount, but to get a ownership of that particular company. Right now, I feel like a lot of Web2 companies can't do that, but I think the next iteration of consumer product in Web3 company is going to be going towards that direction, where these networks actually own those products that they use. Cool. So this was mission, vision. When I think about mission, I think it in like 4 different ways when you have to do this. That is being covered in our strategy. So first of all is we want to make sure that we have a very powerful consumer platform. So what I mean by that, in order to truly create this decentralized reputation layer which has distribution, it needs to start from a consumer platform that offers a great distribution for a specific use case. So all the website that you interact with, right? So that right now it's that incentive marketplace. For us, that consumer platform is this incentive marketplace that we have built. The whole goal of this incentive marketplace is to create a place where people can get best and the exclusives of token reward based on what they have done in past. If you look at all the platforms we've been doing right now, they've been farming you, they've been taking money from the companies that want distribution for them, and I feel that's like a very short-minded money-making model, right? That doesn't wrap my head around. So I feel that the true version of this thing should be use this distribution to unlock the best possible. So there's this one consumer platform. Second part how I see about this is a strongest Web3 community. We truly feel that in order to reach to the vision that we are looking towards, there needs to have a really strong community. Without that, it doesn't matter. And since we are not at the right point where we have the true shape of the product, community can also help you to get the right feedback and inputs on what you can change, that we've been doing for last 2 months. And then the third thing how I see about it is, when this decentralized reputation identity layer is live, what are the developer integration that are happening, because of which you can experience different changes. So let's say you can go to a wallet layer, and once you connect to that wallet, it can read your Mercle profile, and based on that Mercle profile, it can customize your experience, your opportunities. It can see that you are an LP liquidity provider, and it can show you those opportunities. So that's the third thing, wherein we want more people to plug into this layer, plug into this data to create customized experiences for you. And then the third part is, while doing all of these things, it's super important to scale it in a way that it's decentralized and no single party can control it, and do things as they wish like. So yeah, these are the 4 strategies, 4 pillars of whenever we think about achieving our vision. We think about in these 4 domains essentially. And then the last part is about values. I feel like values is the core features that we want to maintain as we make this product or grow this community. I think first and foremost that we think about is privacy. Since it's an identity layer, it's super important that we don't get into the existing loop that we are in. So privacy should be guaranteed from the beginning. It should not be an option. It should be something that is your fundamental right. Second part is, it should be for everyone, irrespective of how much money you have, which country you are from. It essentially every human should be the part of this network. And third thing, whatever we are saying, whatever we are doing, it should be fun. Everyone should enjoy. I should, whenever I wake up, all my team members wake up, should want to work on this, have fun with it. Our community should have fun. So fourth value, which is like super important to me, is like, stay dope, stay cool. There's no need to. Sorry. Adrian, you said something? Okay. I'm gonna mute you. Feel free to ask any question. Okay. If you have any. Cool. So this was how we think about our vision, mission, vision, values, and strategies. Now we're gonna go into details of each of these strategies that I talked about. And Rohan, do you want to take this or should I keep going?
You can keep going. I'm having fun here.
Okay, cool. Just drop me. So just drop me message if there's some question or there's some way people want to get.
Yep, I'm on chats.
Okay, perfect. Sorry guys. This is a little jittery. Cool. So I talked about like 4 things that we actually think about while building this product. I'm gonna talk about each one of this. What has been happening, how we are thinking about each of these things, and what we internally track to see if we are growing, if we are improving in all of these verticals. So first of all is this consumer platform. All of you guys must have seen this. There's this new UI we pushed based on a lot of feedback from our community. We knew, so ideally it should not have taken this much amount of time to push this UI, but I'm going to talk about what we have been working on to explain why it was delayed. But so yeah, we pushed the new UI. There's new Mew points, which are like a cool feature to pet your cats. And there is some logic. I'm gonna not share right now how Mew points are being used, but I can just give a hint that it's similar to what you do online on CAPTCHA when you tick and you prove that you're not a bot. But yeah, we'll come to those things later on. It's just right now we just liked it and we have some ideas around it, and we don't want to put it out. But yeah, so there's a new UI. Till now we have had like 280k users. We have driven almost 441k on-chain interactions. This also lines up with that. Once you have the best distribution platform, it essentially adds more value. So yeah, talking about other stats, in terms of growth, there is 27% increase in monthly active users, including social activities. We have executed like more than 1.8 million contributions. These are all the tasks that you guys have been doing. Essentially, the whole part of those tasks is to have this distribution that people can build incentive programs on. You might have seen a lot of campaigns from a lot of brands that you guys are already interacting with. So partnership is another way to actually offer our product to other companies so that they can run their own incentive programs. Our goal is to have, again, as I said in the beginning, we want to deal as a brokers for you so that these people actually put out meaningful reward for your meaningful contribution. It's not right there right now, but I feel in next 5 to 6 months, you guys will see that. This is where we want to distinguish ourselves. I think rather than thinking about our own incentive or our own model, we want to think about what value or what kind of rewards should be the most exclusive. So these partnership is a way wherein we work together with these projects and cook up some exclusive rewards for you guys. In the meantime, also there's been we generate a mint fees from our platform that we use to bootstrap and also build up our treasury. And the third thing is to give out rewards. So till now we have given like 8 NFTs, which was like 5.5 Ether, another 4 Ether in reward, and then there are almost close to 600k tokens from early projects like Powerloom, Vaultcraft. In terms of pipeline, I feel there's almost like 400k worth of more rewards and 500,000 tokens for projects who have not launched yet that we are speaking to. That would be live. There's this one alpha that QuickSwap is also launching a exclusive 10k PFP collection with us. So we'll also make sure that some of our community members also get whitelist in those things. Second thing that I mentioned about in our strategy is community. So from a top line, how we see our community is how our numbers are increasing on Discord and Twitter, and are those numbers are meaningful. So first top line is those numbers are increasing or not, and those conversation, does it make sense, or is it just bot or a fake matrix for us. So but things look good. I think this is all of you guys who've been really responsive and really nice to us in terms of interacting. We also try to make sure that we reply to all of you. We create that connection with all of you. So yeah, Twitter impressions are pretty cool. It looks like people like in turn. Nobody. So I'm glad that all you guys, everyone of you like in turn and what he's saying, and we can connect with you guys. That's the whole point of it. Second thing, in terms of community, our Discord members are also growing. There's almost 6% more retention in our existing Discord. I'm getting noise. Who should I?
I'm muted. I'm muted.
Okay. Can you just mute everyone? Okay. Rohan, I can still listen. Can you not mute everyone? Okay, I did. Okay, cool. Sorry. Yeah, in terms of Discord, our members are growing every week, so that's really good. I think from the top line perspective, also can't hear, or is this my network? You guys
We can
can't
hear you.
Okay, cool. Seems like I'm audible to everyone else. But yeah, other than this top line metrics, I think what is more important is like we've been giving out these close fam roles to a lot of people. This is our way to get people in the first early group of supporters that we can work closely with and incentivize later on also. But we've been having there's no process to it. We are thinking about what process should be, but we also want to make sure that people who are in our Discord should become builders with us. So there's this close fam rule. It's right now just we handpick people based upon what they talk about on the journal group. But yeah, I think in total we have 18 close fam people. All of them are really amazing. I just want to shout out for all of you guys for helping us out and really valuable feedbacks. And whenever I'm in doubt, should I build this? Should I think about this? I always use this group as asking questions, and that has been really valuable for me. So we are open for more new people who are curious about identity reputation space and who have ideas. Would love to, and we'll formalize more different ways in which based on what is your skill set you can contribute to the project. I'm muting everyone if you okay. Okay, perfect. Third thing is about a developer update. So basically, this is the third strategy that I spoke about, that we want more and more wallets, dApp, to use our identity layer to create these customized experiences for you. So as of now, Jumper, if you go to Jumper profile, you'll be able to see your profile pictures. We're thinking of much more deeper integration ways that can add more fun experiences. There's CoinShift. So CoinShift is a UI on top of Gnosis Safe, which is again a $1 billion company, but they are specifically they've been working in a stealth mode for enterprise like Aave, Uniswap, Balancer, and all of these. So you will be able to. So CoinShift is a safe enabled smart contract bank. They're launching a exclusive version of their incentive program with Mercle, wherein they're gonna open up their retail banking for retail user. That means like you'll get credit card directly on ramp and off ramp, and Mercle is gonna be that incentive layer or rewards layer for them. Then the third, two others are IntentX and Vaultcraft. They are also using our infrastructure to kind of create their own incentive programs within their product. Cool. Last thing, decentralize and scale. So as I spoke about, it is super important to make sure. So we feel that this identity layer will be, and reputation layer will be used to distribute incentives, and that's going to be the norm for Web3 companies. But it is super important that whenever they are distributing these incentives, the whole structure is transparent and decentralized. Like if a company is saying that I'm going to give out $10 million worth of my token in this way, ideally a user who's been participating in all those campaigns should be able to verify if that company has actually done that or not, or there's an inside way to do that. So keeping that use case in mind, and this is what we have talked about earlier also. There's gonna be, so we are very close to. So this was the reason the product UI took a little longer. So Mercle blockchain. So I'll talk about the whole stack in another community call, which would be going to be specifically for technical updates. But I'm just going to give you a rough overview. We have deployed our L3 on Arbitrum. It's using Nova. It's working live right now, but we are internally testing it out. I think I can test this. Okay, let me see. I have not checked this, but this is right now just working for our internal servers and we are testing it out. Oh, perfect. So you can imagine this blockchain, as I was talking about all the identity and reputation stuff, you can imagine this blockchain is a global ledger of all the identity and reputation related data that you do on chain, offline, or anything. So there are like three sectors. If you see in this graph, there's this online, there are two surface area in terms of online, Web3 or Web2, then there is offline. Essentially, this data layer capture all of this data in this global distributed ledger, which is kind of a database, and that allows user to prove certain kind of reputation or identity based on the use case. So yeah, Mercle blockchain is going to be coming soon. I'm gonna just take one stop here to see if anyone has question. I don't want to be somebody just keep asking, blabbering. Okay, cool. I have muted this person. Rohan, how are we going?
I have a question. Let me send you on chat because we have been talking a lot of things there. Yes, see the latest chat. I have one question. Another good question.
Which chat? Okay. One of the biggest challenges in the presence of Sybil and airdrop farmer that have industrialized it. How do you plan to make sure all of the users are rewarded with this play? Okay, that's a great question. And that's a very big problem that a lot of people have started realizing, but they are trapped. Like there are a lot of people who are running these industrialized farms of multiple wallets. I feel like, so here's how I think about it. One way is like going directly the rogue way, like WorldCoin. I'm not gonna go. The audio is pretty chaotic right now. Maybe it's just me. Speedy Satoshi. Is it for Speedy Satoshi or is it for everyone, Rohan? Is it good for you?
I guess it's good. Okay. Maybe Speedy, if you can join in again, things would be better. But it's good, I guess.
Okay, let's just wait. I just won't want to jump, guys. If anyone is facing any issue, mute banana. It's fine. Okay, yeah. Cool. Just guys, any thumbs up, any emojis, if everything is fine, and we can get started. Okay, there are some hearts. Okay, more hearts. Okay, Speedy, good, perfect. Love you, Speedy. Cool. Rohan, I want to stop again. What are you sensing? You are the vibe manager, man. Like, should we go on? Do you want to just do another vibe check?
Yep. I guess we can continue. We're having pretty fun in the chats itself, and I'm just certifying people if they're a human or not. So
okay.
I guess we can continue.
Okay, cool, perfect. So what's next? So I think this also connects to the question that somebody asked about Sybil. So yeah, and I was talking about let me go back. Yeah. So I was talking about that answer. There is two ways how I see about it. The way AI and its abilities are advancing, there's one way that you go the full rogue way of WorldCoin and you start deploying physical infrastructure to actually physically verify it, right? That's like you own the whole pipeline, right from collecting the data, right from processing the data, right to put it on the blockchain. That's one way, and I feel that's like the most efficient way. And ideally, if you want to get 100% certainty about something, you have to go that way. But here's how I think about this problem. I feel this problem will be really big in next 1 to 2 years. But looking at the use case right now, I feel the better solution to solve this problem would be utilizing the existing data, which is there already on existing internet, and create a predictability score, and people can use based upon what how much important it is for them to determine the human. And once you have this basic layer that can gives you the predictability to a certain level based on the patterns and behaviors it has identified previously, that layer can be optimized again. So once I think that existing data layer is super powerful, and going from that direction and then actually deploying these hardwares that allows you to come to 100% certainty if somebody is a human or not is the way that we are choosing. But to answer your question, all these Sybil farms there's only two way. Either integrate a solution like WorldCoin or any other physical KYC, but that right now a lot of times are not doing it, because then they have to compromise a lot of users which might be humans, but they do not have access to these physical hardware to KYC themselves. And that's also nicely segue into what I wanted to talk about next is how we look at this problem is that whosoever is creating anything around identity and reputation, there's going to be a super important factor of having an ability to identify whether somebody is a human or not. There's going to be other feature as well, like the use cases that we see right now. We feel that there's going to be a lot of super targeted campaigns and quests wherein companies would want to just incentivize really high amount to certain users based on their volumes and all of that. But those features will be secondary. First thing would be if that person is a human or not, because they would run these incentives, but when they have to decide whether they have to give a certain amount of token to somebody or not, they're gonna come to that. That's how I feel. Use the existing data on the existing internet, create this model. So why the screen? So use AI to create and train this model that that system is smart enough to keep improving what kind of patterns have been flagged as red flags, or probably like a industrial farming, or probably like something like a bot behavior, and keep improving that system. So this is one of the reasons we have been a little busy. So we bought four of these NVIDIA RTX 4090. This is just a local system going on right now in our office. Essentially what we have done is we have downloaded all the blockchain and all the data, and we are training that data to predict different prediction models or reputation scores. So that could be predicting that, okay, if this new staking, and by the way, this feature has two purposes. One is to identify human, and then second is to make you guys' experience on our platform much more valuable. So what we are thinking about it, feel free to, and I would love to hear what you guys think is. So what we're thinking about it, let's say if you guys are using any staking platform or a derivative exchange, we will have a model that have trained on all the addresses that have been previously airdropped from that particular category of project. So if you are using a derivative platform, all the derivative platform who have given out their tokens in the past, we would train this model to give you the predictability of whatever you are doing right now. Will you be able to get any token incentive from these programs if they would have used the same reward distribution logic that all 7 of them combined have used? So these are some of the things that we feel can be really valuable for you and for us as well, and for the whole community when they want to think about and design about incentive campaigns for their user. So yeah, just wanted to show I really like this piece. It was really cool. And then on the right side there are some stats of how our model is being performing. So I'll just talk about like few things. So training plus per approach is basically how many cycles we are training that data again and again.
Zoom in.
Okay, where do you want me to zoom in?
The charts.
Okay. Sorry, it's not. Okay. Yeah, it's not right now. Again, I don't want to brag about it, but I just wanted to show show what we've been doing. So yeah, these are some of the stats of how our data training is happening. I think the one of the most important part is train per nil loss. So that is basically like every time you put this data into. So just for context, right now we are running Llama. So every time you put this data into this, into this intelligence, there's always some kind of a data loss. So ideally, it is first feature that first thing that North Star that we were running for is to make sure that this loss of data should be less than 1, which we have reached. So now it's going to be more on creating. So we did an internal experiment where we downloaded the blockchain and used the eigenlayer data model to predict whether we are able to predict the airdrop for eigenlayer or not. And we were able to predict that in 75% accuracy. Ideally, for a new AI training model, that accuracy is termed as good. So that's where we are. We're gonna do a bunch of more things, but the platform that you will see in next few months, you're gonna really love it. But yeah, just that. What is next coming?
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's say take some breath. Maybe I can
Okay.
from here.
Sorry. Yeah.
While you
Yeah.
can also look into some chats. People have some crazy requests. So
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
yeah, just
Sorry,
keep the screen shared
I just
and
got a little
share
more
the
excited. It was so good to see all of you guys and giving feedback. This is really this is actually giving me that energy. But yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, just keep the screen shared.
Okay.
I'll not share my screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So, GM guys, I'm back again. We'll make sure that next time this doesn't happen. We'll have some security checks and whatever basic stuff that we have to do. So, what's next for Mercle? Whatever we have written here is in very brief a new module of new points, which is more interactive, which is more fun, and you actually want to do it rather than just clicking a button. So that module will get live in the next 2 weeks. And finally, if you guys have seen on Discord, just do an @ and check. There is a role that is live that is called Mercle Originals. Something big, something huge is coming. What that will be, I mean, let's wait for that. But Mercle Originals are coming, and I'm assuming most of you will would want that. Also, we were thinking that should we go live on Solana? What about the non-EVM chains, multiple wallets features? I mean, Tash is the right person to talk on that. Tash, would you help them understand how you're imagining these features like non-EVM chains, Solana is trending? What are plans for multiple wallets, or what is the feature that we are more bullish on for this next month?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we hear all of you when you say that you want multiple wallets, and it is in our product roadline, but not before the scores that I showed you. I feel like whenever as I mentioned in the beginning, that whenever we have to make those hard decisions, we think about we go back to our vision and values, and I feel like the delta of impact that can be done using these scores could be really tremendous compared to multiple wallets. That's definitely in the line. But for the next coming months, in terms of product, we want to build the strongest reputation, strongest distribution for our consumer platform, this incentive marketplace. You're gonna see more of those things, more of those exclusive feature. We want to build towards this layer that able to give out scores for these different categories and able to distinguish humans with the maximum efficiency. So that's the second thing that we want to really focus hard, and we want to spend a lot of time on. So in the coming future, you'll see another rollout of our implementation. So there's two things that I talk about. One is the data from internet, and one is the data from actual KYC. So we're going to do a hub and spoke model of actually allowing people in the local jurisdiction to kind of act as a verifier for us, to verify their human friends, and bring them on chain into the network. So these are the two things for the identity network and the product that you're going to see in next one and a half month. The multiple wallet feature is right now postponed, most likely will be picked after 35 days. We are trying really hard to push it in between, but essentially there are like few engineers who are about to join, so if things goes right you might see that, but I don't want to promise that. Okay, I did I I'm sorry. That was an alpha plan. Okay, I'm sorry, Rohan.
I mean, you already just you spilled the bean now. No worries. We're going to that point. So, can you move the slide? Like, let's move to the next slide.
Yeah.
So, essentially, this slide is important. We'll talk about the community incentives that the actions that you guys can do and participate in these incentives. Also, a very nice meme that the intern used to these polyhedra. Well, that went quite well. Can we go to the next slide?
Yeah.
So there are certain things that you can do. Most of the things you guys are aware of. First are M badges. You can get your hands on these M badges, which essentially acts as your reputation data on Mercle that we have, portrayed a lot of times. And the more and more M badges are coming soon. Now, we don't want to rush to that because, as said, that we want to capture the actual data. We only want to launch M badges that make sense, M badges that actually, translates your digital footprints into a meaningful analysis that can be used somewhere or in our data models. Second is the new points. New points are kind of a new way which creates your daily check-ins on Merkle. As Pash was telling, we don't want to reveal much, but consider them as a captcha wherein you go and verify that captcha. That could be a signal of a lot of things. Third is eventually Merkle Originals. It's coming. It's finally coming in a few days. You should be excited for it because it's something big, it's something fun, and it will be exciting. Regarding hands of support, we have to figure out a few things for that. So we cannot promise a date, but hands of support are coming soon. You can read the blog, which is already live on Medium, for more details on that, and then eventually we will build on top of that. Give me a second, let me move it. Okay. Ayush.
I'm handling that.
Chapter 2 is coming.
I'm handling muting people, don't worry.
Guys, chapter 2 is coming finally. I mean, Cash already, spilled the beans. The hub and spoke model, the humans, the humanity, the UBI, and everything. It is coming finally. Humans and hubs. We, like a few days back, if you guys saw that we created a very closed group of people who had the jumper NFT. So this is a message for you guys. If you don't have that, go and mint it. Get your PFP. By the way, jumper updates the points every first week of the first month. We get a lot of questions around that, so that is not in our hands. But jumper is something coming, and that something is game. We are launching a jumper OG game for people to get involved. What are the deets of that games? Again, that will be revealed in a few days. But if you have not minted, this is a reminder, go and mint your jumper PFP. Yes, Kani, the jumper NFT, the pet one. And the Mercle Origins, like I've already talked about it a lot of times. The three important things, the entire reputation scores, the humans, the humanity, the hubs, everything's coming. The jumper OG game is coming, and the Mercle Originals are coming. So be excited for it. Because we had a time reserved for small Q&A. So I'll allow you guys to unmute or drop your questions, whatever you feel is right, and ask anything you want to ask. You want to be